Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today we're reading When You Have a Nightmare by Angel Tachibana 90. So let's get into it. Midoriya. Izuku heard you scream and shot up. He saw you shaking and crying. Love? What's wrong? What happened? He asked, worried. My brother. I had a nightmare about him. You said, wiping away your tears. He pulled you into a loving embrace. Do you want to talk about it? He whispered softly, and you explained the nightmare after that, and you cried harder as you did, while he cradled you in his arms, a bit angry at your father, but he calmed down when you kissed his cheek. I didn't mean to piss you off, you said. He kissed your head. It's alright, love. I just wish he was nicer to you. But for now, let's go back to sleep. We can go visit your brother tomorrow, alright? You nodded, laying down with him and placing your head on his chest, falling asleep. Todoroki. He shot up upon hearing your scream. He looked at you and saw you shaking and panting, with wide eyes, mumbling things to yourself, crying. Darling, calm down. Everything's alright. Whatever happened, it's just a nightmare, he said. He gasped for air, and he rubbed your back in small circles. You then breathed in and out as he helped you through it. But then you fell back into tears. He rubbed your back gently, shushing you and whispering comforting things into your ear. He kissed your cheek and neck. He knew you didn't want to talk about it, so you just cried, and he did his best to calm you down, until you could finally fall back asleep and talk to him about it in the morning. Bakugou. You screamed and shot up, sweating. Bakugou curled as fast as you got up, thinking that something scared you. What's wrong? What happened? He asked, wary and concerned. I'm sorry. It was just a nightmare, you said. It can't be just a nightmare if you wake up screaming and sweating, he said. You looked away as tears ran down your face, and he noticed and wiped them away gently, more gentle than you expected him to be. You can talk about it later if you want, he muttered, and he nodded. Laying your head on his neck, he laid back down and cradled you gently in his arms, watching as you fell asleep. Kirishima. You didn't scream, but you did cry. Quiet. Kiri woke up though, and he saw you crying. Hey Kiri, what's wrong? Nightmare? He asked gently, and you nodded. As your ears went down to your head, he sighed softly and rubbed your ears, and you purred a bit. Your spark came again for a few seconds before going away. Please let me know. Would you leave me behind for someone else? You asked, and he placed his hand under your chin to make him read his gaze. I would never ever leave you for someone else. I love you, and you only, he said, seeing you spark for a few times. Before it went away again, he sighed and smiled, kissing your head and pulling you down on his chest. I love you, always, he said, stroking your back gently and humming a lullaby to you as he parallel curled up into his hold, eventually falling asleep. relaxed and feeling safe back in his arms. Kaminari, he shot up screaming and sweating. Ice and snow formed on your head and arms. "Babe, are you okay?" he asked, concerned. He nodded stiffly, but the smile he gave faded away as white icy tears wound down your cheeks, freezing up as he finally fell to the ground. He pulled you into a hug, holding you close to him and stroking your hair, hushing you gently and wiping away your tears. "Let it out, baby, let it out," he said, trying to be comforting as you hugged him back, crying into his shoulder, and he just held you close, hoping that at least his warmth would offer you some comfort and a feeling of protection as the two of you sat there, cuddling for the rest of the night. Sero was a light sleeper, so you'd wake up even if you tried to keep quiet. And you did try that. You held a pillow and muffled your cries in it, sniffling, and it only went on for 5 minutes before he was sitting at your side, his arm wrapped around your waist, gentle. "Moyan, what happened? Did you have a nightmare?" he asked quietly, trying not to overwhelm you. You nodded into the pillow, leaning into him before he hugged you closer, pulling you into his lap and kissing your hair. "Do you want to talk about it?" "You don't have to, you know. But if you want, I'm always here, and I won't judge you, no matter what it is." You let a soft smile show on your face at his words that were always so comforting. Hearing his voice alone was comforting to you, and you were happy that you had him. But you shook your head, hugging a bit tighter. "I don't feel ready. It's scary, but maybe I'll talk in the morning." He nodded, understanding, and hugged you a bit tighter before putting on brain sounds and began telling you of his high school mishaps and adventures, which were just a distraction you needed to fall back asleep.